My name is Tyler Bridge, and I'm the pipe major of the Guelph Pipe Band. Welcome to our first ever virtual Robbie Burns Night fundraiser. We're so glad you could join us from the comfort of your homes for an evening of entertainment. Tonight, we have Kaylee Band performances featuring special guests Fiona and Mika McCarley, a virtual mini band, a look back at our 2019 Champion Supreme winning season, and highlights from our 2020 Player Spotlight series. We also have a sneak peek into the making of the Guelph Pipe Band beer by Royal City Brewery, and of course no Burns Night would be complete without an address to the haggis and toasts to the lassies and laddies. Of course, this is a fundraiser, so if you feel so inclined, you can make a donation to the band by clicking the link in the description of this video. So grab a beverage of your choice and join us as we celebrate our Scottish heritage and Scotland's national bard, Robert Burns.
ye honest sonsy face, great chieftain of the pun race, I bun them all attack your place, pinch, tripe, or term, while ye worthy of a grace, as lang's me arm. Groaning trenches there they fill, ya hardies like a distant hill, ya pin would help to mend a mill in time of need, but through your pores the dews distill, like amber bead. His knife, sir. His knife, see rustic labourer, and cut you up with ready slack, trenching your gushing entrails brick like only beach. And then, oh, what a glorious sight. Warm, reeking, rich, and horn for horn they stretch and strive, they'll take the handles on the drive, till all their well-swelled kites alive are bent like drums, and good man must like to ride. Bethink it, Holmes. Is that there, your French ragout? Wally-o, what stought a sou? A fricassee, what made a spew with perfect scunner? Look down with sneering scornful view at sick of dinner. Poor Dill, see him over his trash, as feckless as a weathered rash. His spindle shank a good whip lash, his knee a knit, through bloody flood and field of dash, a one fit. But mark the rustic haggis fed, the trembling earth resounds his tread, clasping his wally knee a blade, and he'll mock a whistle with legs and arms and heads will snid, like pops a thistle. Your powers that make mankind your care, dish them out their bill of fare. Old Scotland wants nae stinking ware that strips and luggies. But if you wish a grateful prayer, yeah, a haggis! Will you all please rise for a toast to the haggis? To the haggis! To the haggis!
Every year, Royal City Brewery in Guelph sponsors the band by making a signature 80-shilling Scottish ale. The bottles have our band tartan and a stylized version of our cap badge on them. A portion of the proceeds from the sales go back to the band as well. Currently, the beer is available on the Royal City website. They do same-day delivery or pickup in Guelph, and they also do delivery to surrounding cities. Today, we have a sneak peek into Brew Day at Royal City. We hope you enjoy.
Excuse me, sir.
I hope you are enjoying the program thus far. My name is Aidan Marr, and I will be giving the toast to the lassies. This toast was given on the 250th anniversary of the birth of Robbie Burns at the Exeter Oxford College Hall, presented by President Ed Moore. The reply was given by Katie McGettigan, Today's reply will be given by Melanie McLennan. I will start with the reading of a poem by Burns. I have been a devil, the feck of my life, but never was I inheld till I met with a wife. Robbie Burns, Scotland's favorite son, certainly had an eye for the ladies, although usually this eye was in response to the question, "Oi, poor boy, fancy a quick one?" It has long been observed, a woman can make an average man great, and a great man average. Burns could not have attained the status he has so long enjoyed, were it not for the fact that he was surrounded by remarkable women. They raised him from the man he was to be the iconic Scotsman whose poems have rung down the ages. He held them dear to his heart and looked at them as a source of comfort, a source of inspiration, and a source of strength. None more so than Burns's only bride, Gina Moore, who bore him 2 sets of twins before their wedding and a total of 9 children in all. Inspiration for a wife's a winsome wee thing. The irresistible beauty and the sensuality of the women who inhabited the world of Burns is evidenced by the fact that he was responsible for, or hardly irresponsible for, no fewer than 13 children through liaisons with at least 5 women whose names are known to us. And all this over the course of only 11 years. Quick work indeed for any man. But the relationships were not always as sweet as all that. One can imagine the scenes that led to Robbie writing these lines in Tam O'Shanter. Ah, gentle dames, it gars me greet, to think how many counsels sweet, how many lengthened sage advices the husband from the wife despises. And isn't it true that whilst we love ladies, which man here has not had to curse them at some point in his life, they infuriate us with what we see as a lack of logic. They astonish us as they can change their minds in an instant. But above all, this the most maddening thing is that we will go along with whatever they say because we adore them and we would do anything to please them. And how well Burns knew this. He knew that man, for all our faults, would ever be enthralled to women. As said by Burns, to see her is to love her, and love but her forever. For nature made her what she is, and never made another. Women must acknowledge that men, who, when we try our hardest to please you and keep you happy, are worth persevering with, though it may not seem like it all the time. We, for our part, acknowledge that we will ever be in debt to the fair sex, for it is to you that we owe everything, our wealth, our health, and our happiness, and Burns knew that we were never going to match up to you all. Old nature swears the lovely dears, her noblest work she classes. Her prentice hand she tried on man, and then she made the lasses. So, I ask all the gentlemen here present to please stand and raise your glasses in a toast. To the lasses.
To the lasses.
Ladies and gentlemen, it falls to me, your allocated lassie, for this evening to take up the challenge of replying to Aidan's toast. And what a toast it was. So I'd like to thank him very much for being so lovely about the lasses. Unfortunately, it falls to me to lower the tone and talk about men. Not that I'm in any way suggesting those two things might go hand in hand. But no, Aidan was absolutely right when he said men try to please us women. Yes, they try. But like Sigmund Freud, most men don't know what women want. Some of them have very strange ideas indeed. Sometimes men just don't get it right. Women might be accused of lack of logic, but we are quite good at dealing with the unexpected. Men sometimes flounder. Burns' father-in-law, for example, who, upon hearing that his daughter was pregnant with Burns' illegitimate child, promptly fainted. His wife had to go and get the cordial to revive him. I'm going to stop comparing men and women now because I actually don't believe in the Mars and Venus stuff. You know the sort of thing I mean, women can't read maps and men don't listen. I think women and men can be equally good at the same things. Multitasking, for example. Men can't multitask, so people say? Well, I think that Robert Burns' impressive record, as quoted by Aidan, of 11 children by 5 women in 13 years shows that men most certainly can multitask, especially if it's something that's important to them. Burns' wife Jean, however, for going to Burns' funeral and giving birth to his last child on the same day, probably wins the multitasking prize in that family. But no, I'm certainly not going to mock Burns because I think he's a wonderful example, even 250 years after his birth, of what women want in a man. Aidan showed us Burns not only wrote wonderful poetry, but he was honest with it too. We women know our faults and don't mind having them pointed out to us with good humor. He might have been monogamously challenged, but he looked after all his women, working hard to provide for his family. In fact, Burns is such a great example of a man that they've put him in the Clydesdale banknote, a £5 note, to symbolize all Scottish men. Cheap. You know I'm only joking. For all their shortcomings, we women couldn't get along without men. If nothing else, we'd need somebody to boss around. And your little foibles are usually why we like you so much. As Burns himself said, a man's a man for all that. So although as women it pains me, I'm going to give the last word to a man, the man of the hour, Robert Burns, before we toast the laddies. It's Burns who gives the best picture of the perfect harmony of men and women getting along. We will build a wee, wee house, and we will live like king and queen. So blithe and merry as we will be. A man may drink and no be drunk. A man may fight and no be slain. A man may kiss a bonny lass, and I be welcome back again. So please, raise your glasses to the laddies.
To the laddies.
Well, we only have a couple sets left. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. If you liked what you saw and heard, you can make a donation to the band by clicking the link in the description to this video. We're going to let the Cayley Band take us out this evening, so stay safe, and we hope that we can all join you in person again next year.